Welcome on Easy Learning. Now we are going to cover next question of Developmental Psychology BPC-002. It is the answer of the Ignou assignment. Okay, it is question number 2. Actually, there are several questions in Ignou that doesn't depend on the session. We have the June session or we have the December session. Okay, most of the question tally with the several other sessions. This is why these all questions will help you while preparing Ignou assignment. Ignou expects your own answer in your own writing. So these videos I am uploading and these videos which have been uploaded by other YouTubers, okay, these would be helpful for preparing yourself. You should also not to try the same as it is written. Okay, you should try to change as much as you can in your writing style so that they could not discover your copying or imitation from such YouTubers or from such places. Okay, so let's start. Question number 2. Explain adulthood developmental tasks. Answer: the adulthood task starts from 18 and continues to 60 years. In this period of time, adulthood is divided into two parts: early adulthood and late adulthood. The adulthood time span has been explained by different psychologists differently, and some of them cover early adulthood from 20 to 40 and late adulthood from 40 to 65 years. Early adulthood. In this early adulthood stage, an individual seeks for strengthening intimacy, relationship, and love. Oftenly, this long-term love relationship results with marriage and children. These adults are concerned for their careers as well. For forming family with marriage, the adults start living happy life. Oftenly, they have descriptions among them. Sorry, not it is not description, it is disruptions. DISRUPTIONS. Okay, among them. These disruptions lead to divorce, mostly whose parents are not similar in age, intellects, personality, and looking. Childless parents, it is childless parents oftenly have separation as well. As a consequence of that, an individual marries more than one time and the children have to face many parents. In addition to marriage status, the parents have to also face social, political, residential, and job problem to compete with present status of lifestyles. The lifestyles of the married couples are also based on income, achievement, recognition, satisfaction, security, and challenge. Sometimes marriage is also based on the boys and girls' job profile and income. Middle adulthood. The major challenge for this adulthood is to develop a genuine concern for the welfare of future generations and through family and job status participate and contribute in the society and the world. One of the famous psychologist, Erik Erikson, poses this stage as generativity vs self-absorption. Universally, this stage of life is not regarded as midlife crisis as more than half of the life is spent. Okay, the recognition an individual has leads to either satisfaction according to present work profile, or he/she wants to bring rapid or sudden changes. Other major tasks during this is are accepting and adjusting to physiological changes such as menopause, reaching and maintaining satisfaction in one's occupation, adjusting to and possibly caring for aging parents, helping teenage children to become responsible adults, achieving adult social and civic responsibility, relating to one's spouse as a person, developing leisure time activities. Except these, there are other features for early adulthood and late adulthood. Adjust to new physical sense of self. While young adolescents experience rapid and profound physical changes triggered by hormones acting on different parts of their body, physical and social changes. While most physical development is complete, young men may continue to physically grow until age 21, adjust to a sexually maturing body and feelings. With the significant changes in adolescence, youth must adapt sexually and establish a sense of sexual identity. This includes incorporating a personal sense of masculinity or femininity into one's personal identity, establishing values about sexual behavior, and developing skills for romantic relationships. Clear sexual identity. Concerned with serious relationships and their potential for emotional and physical intimacy, serious intimate relationships begin to develop. Majority regard love, fidelity, and lifelong commitment as very important to a successful relationship. Develop and apply abstract thinking skills. Adolescents experience significant changes in their capacity to think. In changing from concrete to abstract thought, they are understandably and increasingly able to understand and grapple with abstract ideas, think about possibilities, think ahead, think about thinking, and put themselves in another person's shoes. Brain development. Although scientists have documented brain development in adolescence and young adulthood, they are less sure about what it means for changes in cognitive development, behavior, intelligence, and capacity to learn. Define a personal sense of identity. Adolescents move from identifying themselves as an extension of their parents to recognizing their uniqueness and separation from parents. They develop a sense of self as an individual and as a person connected to valuable people and groups. They refine their sense of identity around issues such as gender, physical attributes, sexuality, ethnicity. They question themselves who am I lovable, am I fit, am I completed? One result of this is experimentation with different temporary identities by means of alternative styles of dress, jewelry, music, hair, manner, and lifestyle. Teens, TEENS, teens may struggle to identify a true self and seeming extradition in the way they feel and behave in different situations and with a different level of thought and understanding. Former sense of identity, although still a time of identity exploration, especially in areas of personal relationship, education, work, family, age of feeling in between, see themselves as either an adolescent, okay, nor an adult. Oh, sorry, it is age of feeling in between, see themselves as neither an adolescent nor an adult. Adopt a personal value system. Adolescents develop a more complex understanding of moral behavior and underlying principles of justice. They question and assess beliefs from childhood and restructure these beliefs into a personal ideology, which are more personally meaningful, values, religious view, and belief systems to guide decisions and behavior. Decisions and value are less influenced by peers. They are able to see multiple viewpoints, value the diversity of people and perspectives, and appreciate that there can be many right answers to a problem. Identify values and viewpoints that work for oneself while respecting viewpoints, views, values of others. Renegotiate relationship with parents, caregivers. Adolescents negotiate a change in relationship with parents that begin to balance autonomy with connection. Overall, the adolescent's task is one of separating in some ways while maintaining and redefining connections in others in order to make room for a more adult relationship that meets cultural expectations and provide necessary support. Improved ability to see parents as individuals and take their perspectives into account. Conflicts with parents often decrease with age. Renegotiation in parent child roles, especially for those who live at home. This is important as residential change is highest in late adolescent, young adulthood than any other age group. Young people living at home, moving at out and living independently or with peers, partners, moving back home. Develop a stable and productive peer relationship. Peer relationship change during adolescence to provide youth with more support and connections as they spend less time with adults and in supervised activity. Peer relationships often compete with parents and schools in influence teens' attitudes and behaviors. As networks with peers broaden, peer relationships becomes deeper and play an increasing role in shaping an individual teen's self-concept and interaction. Adolescents experience three transformations in peer relationships. First is reorientation of friendships from activity-based relationship of childhood to more stable, effectively oriented friendships based on idea and value sharing, growth of romantic and sexually oriented relationship, emergence of peers crowds, Throughout adolescence, friendships become more stable, intimate, and supportive. They provide a cornerstone for learning about adult relationships. Relate to individual peers more than to peer group. More mature style of peer relationship stability, intimacy, and supportiveness. Increasingly, more balance between the influence of family and peers on the young person.